Welcome to The Game Changer with Dr. Sharalyn, where purpose meets performance and leaders are built to shift legacies. I'm Dr. Sharalyn Payne, executive strategist, speaker, and the secret weapon behind leaders who drive transformation at the highest levels. Each episode delivers bold truths, power skills, and real-world strategies to help you lead with precision, show up with presence, and build the kind of influence that outlasts trends. This is the space where high-impact decisions are born, where influence is intentional, and where the bold don't just lead, they change the game. So if you're ready to rise, ready to lead, and ready to create the kind of impact that moves markets, missions, and minds, you're in the right place. Welcome to The Game Changer with Dr. Sharalyn. This is the space where high-impact leaders sharpen their edge, raise their standard, and learn to lead like the top 1%. Here's a question. What separates the top 1% of leaders from everyone else? It's not luck. It's not charm. It's not even raw talent. It's a code. A set of principles so sharp, so undeniable, that once you live by them, you don't just lead differently, you lead at a level very few will ever touch. Today, I'm pulling back the curtain on the Game Changers Code, 7 principles for leading like the top 1%. This isn't theory. This is the elite playbook. Let's dive in. Principle number 1, unshakable credibility. At the top, credibility isn't about being liked. It's about being trusted without question. It's your word and your results becoming one and the same. Think of Warren Buffett. He's known for closing billion-dollar deals with nothing more than a handshake. Why? Because his consistency, integrity, and proof of performance are unquestioned. His credibility is the contract. Most leaders confuse credibility with likability. They think, if people like me, they'll follow me. Wrong. You can be liked and never be trusted. But if you're trusted, people will follow you anywhere. According to Harvard Business Review, credibility is the #1 predictor of leadership effectiveness. Not charisma, not intelligence. Credibility. If someone had to bet their career on your word tomorrow, would they do it without hesitation? For the top 1%, credibility looks like receipts under pressure. They can point to high-stakes moments where they delivered. No excuses. What's your receipt? Principle 2, succession by design. Top leaders don't hoard power, they multiply it. They build benches strong enough to win championships without them. Think of sports dynasties like the San Antonio Spurs. Year after year, they had talent ready to step in, not just players, but assistant coaches who became head coaches across the league, all under Greg's leadership. That's succession by design. The 99% panic when a key player leaves. The 1% design systems so strong, talent transitions don't create gaps, they create opportunities. A global study found that 70% of companies have no formal succession plan. The result? Missed revenue, stalled momentum, and lost trust from investors and employees alike. If you stepped away tomorrow, would your organization survive, or would it collapse under the weight of your absence? Receipt check. Do you have a real bench? A team of leaders who can run without you. That's the receipt. Principle number 3, autonomous winning culture. Culture isn't a slogan. It isn't a glossy poster in the break room. Culture is what people do when you're not watching. Netflix famously tells employees, act in Netflix's best interest. They empower people to make multi-million dollar decisions without a manager signing off. Why? Because their culture is designed for autonomy, not control. Most leaders micromanage culture. They think their presence is what enforces excellence. But in the 1%, culture is self sustaining. It wins even in your absence. If you disappeared for 90 days, would your culture deliver results at the same level or even better? Or would it drift into mediocrity? I'm going to give you the ultra influential breakdown. 3 practical moves that you can begin making immediately. Number 1, define behaviors, not slogans. Number 2, reward in public what you want repeated in private. And number 3, remove cultural toxins immediately. The ultimate test, excellence continues even when you're gone. Principle 4, visionary magnetism. Elite leaders don't just set goals, they cast visions that electrify people. When JFK said we choose to go to the moon, he wasn't talking about rockets. He was pulling a nation into a shared mission so bold, people still talk about it 60 years later. The 99% send PowerPoint decks. The 1% ignite movements. Gallup found that employees who strongly connect to their organization's vision are 70% more engaged. Vision doesn't just inspire, it multiplies performance. So ask yourself, does your vision force people to rise, or does it simply keep the lights on? The measure of visionary magnetism, people fight for your vision like it's their own. Principle 5, velocity of adaptation. Change doesn't intimidate game changers, it fuels them. I want you to think of Netflix again. They disrupted themselves, moving from DVDs to streaming to content production. Each pivot could have killed them, but their speed of adaptation made them industry leaders. The 99% cling to what worked before. The 1% reinvent fast enough to set the pace. McKinsey reports that companies who adapt faster during disruption are 3 times more likely to outperform peers in total shareholder returns. So you must ask yourself this question: do you weaponize disruption, or does it weaponize you? Your receipt check: shortened decision cycles, faster pivots, winning when others are still deciding. Principle 6, exploiting distinctive strengths. The top 1% don't dilute their genius. They double down on their unfair advantages. Apple doesn't try to be the cheapest. They obsess over design, innovation, and ecosystem, and the market bends around their strengths. Most leaders chase balance, trying to be good at everything. The elite magnify what makes them unstoppable. So, what's your unfair advantage? And are you exploiting it, or are you hiding it? Here's your ultra influential breakdown: 3 practical moves for you. Right now, identify your top 3 strengths Invest disproportionate energy in amplifying them. Outsource or delegate the rest. Your receipt check, market recognition of your strength. People come to you for your edge. And principle 7, radical self-awareness. Elite leaders aren't blinded by their brilliance. They are brutally honest with themselves. Ray Dalio, founder of Bridgewater, built his company on radical transparency. He openly shares blind spots and expects feedback from everyone, even interns. That's radical self-awareness institutionalized. In contrast, the 99% defend illusions. The 1% dismantle them. Studies show leaders who actively seek feedback are rated as significantly more effective by both peers and direct reports. Self-awareness multiplies influence. When was the last time you got feedback that made you uncomfortable? And did you grow from it or defend against it? Leaders who know both their blind spots and their brilliance and adjust accordingly are more effective and successful. So there you have it. That's the Game Changers Code. 7 principles that separate the top 1% from everybody else. Unshakable credibility, succession by design, autonomous winning culture, visionary magnetism, exploiting distinctive strengths, and radical self-awareness. Here's your challenge. Which of these principles are you already living? And which one will you commit to mastering this week? Because the truth is, knowledge doesn't separate the elite. Execution does. If this episode spoke to you, share it with someone ready to elevate their leadership game. And don't forget to download the Game Changer Leadership Collection. Tools you can use immediately to put this code into action. Average leaders settle, game changers don't. And you weren't built to be average. You were built to be a game changer. You don't lead like everyone else, so your resources shouldn't look like everyone else's. Welcome to the Game Changers Leadership Collection for maximizing performance, potential, and profitability. This leadership collection features best practices, insights, and frameworks for my executive level work with high impact leaders across industries. It's designed to equip you with the clarity, tools, and strategic language needed to lead with credibility under pressure. Let's be clear. In high stakes rooms, executive presence isn't optional. It's mission critical. That's why I created the Executive Briefing Companion, your strategic script for navigating leadership's most defining moments. Whether you're in the boardroom, in front of the C-suite, or facing complex stakeholder dynamics, this tool helps you rise above the noise and lead with clarity, courage, and command. At its core is the 9 executive questions framework, a high-impact structure that ensures your message cuts through uncertainty, aligns your audience, and positions you as the credible voice in the room. Think of this as your strategic battle card, the leadership intelligence you carry into the room that tests you most. Also included is the language of influence, your cheat sheet for persuasive, purposeful communication. These phrases and framing techniques are drawn from high-stakes boardrooms, top-tier executive coaching, and transformational leadership practices. Use this tool to strengthen your executive presence, navigate tension with calm authority, drive clarity, buy-in, and high-stakes alignment, and speak with power without overpowering. You'll also get a preview of the 10 daily power skills, the high performance behaviors that fuel the world's most impactful leaders, creatives, activists, entrepreneurs, and change makers. These are not soft skills, they are strategic habits that create undeniable outcomes. You'll be able to self assess with the high impact leadership scorecard, find your edge, close your gaps, activate your next level. And to ground your leadership in inspiration and intention, you'll receive the power of one poster, a visual reminder that one decision, one conversation, or one action can shift everything. Finally, I'm giving you access to my mini course, 7 leadership blind spots that are secretly sabotaging your culture and success, and how to eliminate them for good. Every tool in this collection is designed to elevate how you think, speak, and lead, because game changers don't follow trends, they set standards. Download the Game Changers Leadership Collection now. It's free, it's powerful, and it's built for leaders like you. I'm Dr. Sharalyn Payne, and this is your Leadership Edge. Thank you for joining me on the Game Changer with Dr. Sharalyn, where we don't follow trends, we set them, and we don't just lead teams, we shift legacies. If today's message challenged, stretched, or inspired you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it, tag it, lead through it, because real leaders don't just consume wisdom, they multiply it. Want to go deeper? Subscribe to the Ultra Influential newsletter for exclusive tools, behind-the-scenes strategy, and weekly mindset shifts for the leader ready to move nations, markets, and minds. Visit www.smpistrategies.com or send a note to leadership@smpistrategies.com. And if you're ready for next level coaching or consulting that positions you as the right leader at the right time in the right place, let's talk. This is what we do, and we do it with precision, power, and purpose. Remember, change isn't just something you lead, it's something you become. Stay bold, stay brilliant, stay a game changer.